My name is Mark Eldredge, originally from Pekin, Illinois. I do have 3 kids. Joseph is 7, Ashlyn is 9, and Noah is 11. We live in Fox Lake in Bloomington. There's 5 or 6 families that are extremely tight-knit. But we just have a huge party once a weekend where all the kids are together, all the parents are together, we're cooking out, just hanging out, having a good time. When we found out that Corey and Adam were moving in, we were like, all right, they got 5 kids, that's awesome, you know? And then we finally and they're pastors. And we were like, oh my gosh. How is this going to work out, you know? But oh my gosh, they've been such a huge blessing. They literally, we were having a cookout in the neighbor's house right across the street from Adam and Corey, and we just saw them out. We're like, hey, come on over, you know? And they just came right over, and it was immediately, they just fit right in. It was like they were meant to be there. Again, they never really were in our face about them being pastors. We were at, I think it's either a kid's birthday, Adam's birthday, someone's birthday party. It seems like there's one once a month. But we were at Adam and Corey's house, and our neighbor's mom was over, and she was just saying, she's like, man, my back's really hurting. I got to get going home. And I just remember Adam jumping up and be like, hey, can I pray for you? And it wasn't a, you know, I'll write this down and we'll do it right now. It was in the middle of the group. Adam stands up. Heavenly Father, come. It was so powerful. And that was the first thing I remembered. I was like, he really is a pastor, you know? It was so heartwarming. And what was really cool is that the whole neighborhood just let it happen. There is no doubt that God is the center of that house. There is no doubt whatsoever. You can see it just the way they interact with their kids, the way they interact with their dogs. Just, I mean, there is such a light that comes out of that house. Can I specifically say exactly what drives them in the morning other than probably a couple pots of coffee? I came from a church that I felt was more, don't do this, very legal, and just, I appreciated it and respected it and had a good foundation for what I wanted to do, but it never felt like I had the opportunity to move forward with it. Seriously, when talking with Adam and Corey, that it made the world a difference. And it wasn't because that they came in and they were just pounding you got to get to church, you can do this, you know. It was just a matter of, you know what, we're going to open our doors, our kids are going to interact, you're going to see that we're normal people. And they've heard a lot of my stories that probably most people haven't. And then it's just it's an open love. And then the other part that was great is the whole neighborhood showed up for when Edie got baptized too. It was such a fun event. And I think that was really when God was pulling on my heartstrings to, you know, this is where you need to be. So I got baptized on Mother's Day this year. So it was again, it's just a probably the first of the year, a huge stirring just started happening. I don't know what it was. It was just, I can't pinpoint one specific thing other than God was just starting to work something. You know, and it was just that original, the stir, there's some fire building, not having an idea where it's coming from or what it is that I'm looking at. It's just like, there's God just gentle pushes, little whispers, like, okay, keep going. Go talk with Corey, go talk with Adam. And then Adam just come out and he's like, hey, we're having a baptism class, or we're having a baptism in May. Are you interested? And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. And then I just I just said, Lord, is this my time, you know? And he's like, well, heck yeah, it's your time, go. So Adam and I talked a couple times, and it was probably one of the greatest days of my life. Adam and Corey are very good at planting seeds. And I say that, for instance, I would go over there and we're just having a conversation at their kitchen table. And Corey gets up, she goes and she gets a book. It's Robbie Dawkins. It's the book that's Do Greater Things. And I'm like, oh, this looks like a good book. And then I get sucked into it. And it's like, oh my gosh, we should be doing this. Why are we not on the streets in Bloomington, you know, college nights when they're all drinking at the bars? So that said, I Uber drive. So I do that on the weekends. What a fantastic opportunity to preach God when you got somebody in your car. Also to have neighbors like Adam and Corey that have been such a positive influence. Again, I could have gone down different roads, but I feel like that God put them there for a reason,